I'm trying to start the broadcast, George. Here we go.
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
It's working now. So let me begin the session here. Okay. Well, go on, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. It is Tuesday, May the 20th. We are live at the New York Stock Market morning session, pre-market. We are glad that you can join us, and we hope you are doing well. All right. So you were saying, George, sorry.
There's red Canadian news this morning.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to affect us here down, or affect the U.S. markets at all, but let's see what we've got here for news. Today is the 20th, and yeah, red news in Canada. Not sure how it affected anything, but
well, CPI is pretty important, that's for sure.
Yeah, don't think it affected the U.S. though. So taking a look at, wow, what happened there? The U.S. dollar versus the Euro-U.S. dollar. We have, as you can clearly see, a strong U.S. dollar this morning.
Yes, clearly.
And a weak Euro versus the U.S. dollar. So strength in the U.S. dollar. So that should be denoting a little bit of weakness in the indices. And if I go to the hourly on the indices, we're kind of sideways right now. So interesting.
Good morning, Marquis.
Let me just bring this over. Okay, Marquis has joined us. Did somebody else signal to come on, I suppose? Let me just see. Let me just get, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's drag this over. Okay.
Good morning, Armin.
Okay. So Armin wants in. So, okay. I'm not sure why you guys have to ask to be entered in. There should be a Meet Now button at the top of your screen. I don't understand why this is still a problem. You saw your Meet Now button. Marquise has come on without me having to call him. Armin?
Armin's in now.
Hello. Good morning, Armin. When you're in your meeting, when you're in your chat there, do you not see a Meet Now button at the top that you can click to join the meeting?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Meet Now? No, I don't see a Meet Now.
That should be when you have the chat open.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a Meet Now button at the top right hand.
Okay.
Where you have people, participants. It'll tell you how many participants and so forth, and then right beside it to the left there should be a Meet Now button.
Okay, well, I see the chat button, and then there's Take Control just to the left of it.
Okay, so there's no you don't see a Meet Now button? No.
Not right now.
Interesting.
I could leave and see if it comes up again.
No, but I shouldn't have to call you for you to enter the meeting. You should be able to just see the Meet Now button at the top.
Okay. I don't see it yet, but I'll do an investigation here and see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's very unusual because everybody else clicks Meet Now to join the meeting.
Okay.
But you and Peter seem to have a problem finding that button for whatever reason. I'm not sure why.
Right.
That's why I'm trying to figure it out so that I don't have to call you, each time. So.
Got it.
All right. In any case, let us continue. All right. So the NAS, as I was saying, is a bit on the sideways here. It's been in a downward mode all night, and then a little bit on the sideways. So after yesterday's move here, where I was expecting them to take out these lows yesterday, and they did not, and they just kept going straight up, taking out the highs. Instead, they eventually turned around and came back down, but quite the move. And so it looks like we should have further moves to the downside here in the short term.
We're sort of slated for the downside at this point, as I see it anyway.
Yeah, so that's the NAS. And Bitcoin also had quite a strong move to the upside, and did not take out its high, interestingly. So we get a nice 1, 2, 3 bottom here, and we get this beautiful move to the upside. However, we did not take out the high, and now we've got a 1, 2, 3 top, and we're moving back to the downside. So we're looking like perhaps we could come back into a gap down here, or maybe even the higher gap here, and then we could see a continuation to attack the highs today here. So let's just see if that's going to play out. So I'm going to just move this guy over a little bit more and drop one of these guys in here. Okay, so yesterday looked pretty bad for me there. I was down into some deep drawdowns on the NAS, and but I held the court, I held the fort, and managed to eke out and survive that. I managed to stay alive, and I made 27,000 on that trade. And with Bitcoin, I made 17,500, 27,750 on the NAS, and 17,500 on Bitcoin on those moves. So I was able to withstand all the drawdown and still come out of it with positive, incredibly. So it's all doable if you can withstand the drawdown if your account. And so last Monday I was at 3 million. You remember last Monday I told you guys I had hit 3 million, and now I'm at 245,000 already in a week. So just going along nicely, but showing you those drawdowns, doing those drawdowns like that is not a great thing. So I think I'm going to stop doing that when I'm on live with you guys. I'm not going to go into drawdown like that. It's not good. But you can get out of them, but it's not a good way to play, especially live in front of everybody who's trying to learn and so forth. So I will put the stops in, as much as I hate doing that, because when you put your stops in, it's very, very difficult to stay alive most of the time, because they're always gunning for your stops. So we'll see if we can make a trade without with putting a stop in each time, and see if we can avoid getting stopped out. All right, so that's what occurred. Managed to make all the money back. So in the NAS here, we've got a 1, 2, 3 top. I'm on the 1 minute time frame. We've dropped and we've chopped up and down here. And now we're looking to take out the lows. So this is what I was expecting them to do yesterday. Remember, we were in this chop, and instead they just decided to go straight up. So this would have been a nice play here in the last few minutes if we had.
Yeah, I just got 49 handles out of that trade. I couldn't move my target down fast enough.
That's excellent, because that's a nice setup. You can see the structure quite clearly. We get our 1, 2, we drop. So once we drop, we are expecting them to take out this low. And, sometimes, they do not, but the majority of the time they will do that. So then we get a 1, 2 here, and then we get this drop again to take out the low. So this would have been a nice sell from this level to the downside. So very nice.
It almost looks like an algo trade to me, Lennox.
Yeah. So we're coming to take out another low here. So I'm going to mark that one. And then we have a small gap. This is off the hourly. We have a small hourly gap here. So it looks like there's room for us to come down to this level as well. Okay, and I'm boring somebody already.
It's this morning time. Sorry.
All right, so 15-minute time frame, we're coming down. So looking like we want to take out these lows down here as well.
Yeah, this was looking like that's what I was trying to head to, but it caught me before I could get there. So I'm looking for a retrace.
Here's the 5-minute, and the 5-minute is very clean and nice as well. We've got a nice 1, 2, 3 top here, and we've dropped. So again, as soon as we get our 1, 2, 3 top and we drop, we're looking to take out this low. So this is where, again, you can jump in at this level on a retrace to catch that move. And this is what's occurring. So
it looks like we're hitting wave 5 now. Oh, there's a retrace.
So coming to take out these lows down here. Looks like what's going. So how we've got, oh, it's 6:30. We're open now. The market is live. So here we go. So still looking for them to come down a bit further and take out the low here. Go back to the 1-minute time frame. So this would be a sell because basically we've got to put a 1, 2 in, another move back up, and we would look for them to come back down, take out the lows one more time here. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing real quick. Bitcoin's still going down as well. So Bitcoin, similar movement down. They're taking out the low over to the left and coming down quite nicely. So at this point here on Bitcoin on the 15, I've got a 1, 2, 3 top here. So we're in a third wave on the way down. So looking for further drops there on Bitcoin. Let's see how Tesla opened. Tesla opened up with a bang. Wow. Okay. So quite interesting. So we'll be looking for another move down in the NAS here, like I was saying, taking out the lows, and we're looking for them to take out the low down at this level, and below that low, we have a gap with a lot of liquidity here down below the lows to the left there. There's a slew of liquidity sitting here in this gap. So it would make sense that they would come down and come down into this level more than likely. So that's a lot of pips there. That's a lot of points there. So if you could get it right on that, and I've missed the opportunity. Because I really should have jumped. If I should have jumped in when I said that we were going to go down some more here at this point, but okay. So that's the move. That's the expected move. So I would have gotten in just based off the notion of a move down
right now, Lennox, isn't it?
Well, it's coming back up. Do I want to jump in at this point? Is the question now. Let's see. Let me just check checking my seconds chart to see where we're sitting. Well, they're really giving everybody a chance to get in again if we're going to continue going down.
Yeah.
We've got a large 1, 2, 3 now. So for those on YouTube, we are the 1, 2, 3 traders. What we're looking for is a 1, 2, 3 bottom or top setup, and that's our model. So I'm looking, I think they're going to take out the high here. So we're going to go through that. Yeah. So you see, that's where it stops. So when you put your stops in tight, they can come up and take you out, no problem. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like to put my stops in, but it can be hazardous, like what happened yesterday when I didn't put a stop in and it went against me. And I have to fight to get back my money. But so that would have been a stop out for most people there, I think. High is 368.8. 368.9. Yeah, by a tick, they took that high out. So they look like they still want to go higher again. So they're messing around in here. So is there a safe place to put a stop in here? It would be the question. We do have a gap up here. And there really isn't, you can't really say that there anything safe here because, yeah, they've taken this high. They certainly could move back up to this level.
Well, yeah, the other thing, Lennox, is that the ATR jumped up to what I call the caution area, meaning that there's, you need about up to a 30 pip stop to stay safe, which is, very difficult. Okay, it just gave me my first lot.
Yeah, so this, again, this was what I was looking for, an entry here to come down, but I'm not taking the trade at this point, but it's fine. So I'm going to try something today just to see. I happened upon a trading model that someone was talking about on YouTube. So I wanted to see if this works today. So I'll try it, and I won't explain what I'm doing. I'll just try it and see if it works. If it does work, I'll explain it after. It takes a lot of patience, this particular type of trade, though. All right, so we've taken out the lows, and we're looking for them to take out the low here, which is this line here. So looking for them to come down, take that out. So on my second chart, the second chart was telling me, yes, this was a good entry at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking to take out the 6 o'clock this morning lows.
Yeah, this is, I think that would be it there. Actually, there are the 2 o'clock lows to be taken out. 2 a.m.
Check that. Let me see what that looks like. I have 430 lows lower than this, but not my 2 o'clock. You're talking about today at 2? No, that's Monday at 2 o'clock. Oh, you're talking about today at 2 o'clock. I mean, yesterday at 2 o'clock. Oh, I was looking to go down much further than that. We will see. Yeah, there is a lot of hesitation at this point.
That seems to be the target right now, to take that low.
Oh,
and we could certainly go much lower and take out yesterday's or May 19th lows over here to the left as well. So we're just taking out those lows now.
Yeah, reversing again.
Okay, what's going on?
What
So
is going on?
Vic is telling me that, oh, there I am in the hammock. There I am. enjoying the basking sun in Trinidad.
Well deserved, with a turtle on the deck.
That was a while ago now, but yeah, it was a fun time getting a tan, you know. Okay, so they just took that low and bounced really quickly there. Wow, that's amazing. So that's quite the retrace there. Interesting.
Yeah, it's quite the retrace going on.
Yeah, so they just took the low very quickly and without any further ado went straight up. Hmm.
Vic wants to be let in.
Okay, again, I'm not sure why are you guys not seeing that button? That's so weird. Let's see.
I got out. I'm not sure what's going on at this point.
Okay, very messy kid stuff now. So we're kind of in a chop.
Yeah, it's too much chop right now.
Yeah, so on the 1 minute time frame, you had the original just before the market opened here, we had the move down. Could have taken some profit there. You could have jumped back in at this point to go down and take out the low, but then after that, now it's starting to chop. So it becomes a little
look
tougher.
at the 30-minute, it's in a wave 4 right now. It's been quite elongated too. We're way above point of control, Lennox. It's almost, it's in the upper skewed part. So we're almost at the top of the run. The prior high I have on the futures is the end point of my volume going back 10 days. So I'm not quite sure what it's trying to do at this point.
Okay. Just looking at Tesla. So Tesla had a 1, 2, 3 top right away after it went up, and then a drop right away. So that some quick points there for you. We're nimble, but it's tough. You see how Bitcoin went straight down from the open, and they're still going down. So similar to the NAS, we go to the hourly. So like I was saying, Bitcoin had room to come down to these gaps down here, and it's the same. So again, we're the 1, 2, 3 traders. 1, 2, 3 tops and bottoms is what we're looking for. So here's a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and here's a 1, 2, 3 top. So this is what we primarily are looking to trade. And entries would be on Fibonacci retrace down to between 50 and 62%, which is the ideal low area for an entry. And the only rule that we have is that when we put our 1, 2, 3 on, or number 1, number 2, number 3, we have a low point, a high point, a low point. Number 3 cannot go below number 1, and that's it. Even by a tick. That disqualifies our 1, 2, 3. So we have a high here, a low here, and another high here, and that's our 1, 2, 3. We're looking to enter in around the 50 to 62% retrace, and then to take price down to a expansion from point number 3 down to about 1.618 is the usual target area. And I say area because it's not just 1.618. There are other 1.414, 1.272, 1.0, 2.0. It all depends on your risk tolerance and so forth. But 1.618 is the usual target. Right, so you can see I've been mashing this thing up. Last night I was playing Bitcoin. I wrote this down all night and came out with $17,000 this morning, this move. So I went to sleep on this, and I got out. I woke up just before 6 and got out of the trade. I could have stayed in, but you can see it kept on going down. But I had set my target for this low here, just in case of anything, and I got out at that point. So from the huge 1, 2, 3 top that it created, I'm looking for a target down to this low. But this 1, 2, 3 top is so large, it's saying that we can go quite a ways further down. So if I put the fibs on that 1, 2, 3 top, for instance, here, if I put the expansion tool, you can see where 1.68 will take me. And that's down into this, very close to this gap down here, the second gap that we're into right now. So I thought, okay, maybe I should just put my target to this gap and leave it. But just in case, I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to take it off at the low here, which is just between 1.272 and 1.414 targets, because I'm going to sleep. I didn't want to push my luck too much, but it did make it to 1.618. This is my usual target. So that's how we play our 1, 2, 3, and this move. If I put the fib retracement tool on from that high to this low, here, we're looking for retracement in the 50 to 62% retrace area. There's 50% here, 62% is here. So, no, I'm sorry, did that incorrectly. 50% is here, and 62% is here. 50% is here. So that's right in the sweet spot area for that entry. So that's all we're looking for when we get our 1, 2, 3. And the reason why we go between 50 and 62% is because it's about 89% of the time that price will go back to 50 to 62% area. So it's all based on the probabilities, and that's it. Right, so that was that move. So you can see how I entered my trade and everything. And I was looking at last night. I was looking at the up at the top here. I can go back up there. That was it up here. I was looking for entries. Where'd it go? Yeah, right up here. So based on the 1, 2, 3, the large 1, 2, 3 that was drawn, I'm looking for an entry up at the top here, and my entry was based on a sweep of the high, and then a sweep of the low, and then a retrace back into the gap, and I'm taking the trade at that point. So that's our 1, 2, 3. Our 1, 2, 3 is after the sweep. We get a 1, 2, 3 at this point, even like that, and that's also an opportunity for an entry there, or even at this point, entry there once we've swept the lows. Okay, so that is Bitcoin, and right now we're still heading to the downside with Bitcoin. So let's go back to the NAS. So 9 minutes away from the testing of this strategy that I found on YouTube. Just want to try it out to see if it actually works.
What's that, Matt?
Yeah, I'll just try it and see if it works, and then I'll explain it after. The other strategy was one that I had that ICT Michael Huddleston had talked about, and that was to mark off the 8 o'clock on the 1 minute time frame. You mark off your 8 o'clock time. So 8 o'clock is here, and you mark off your high or your low, your high and your low points between 8 o'clock and the 9:30 open. So in this case, our high would have been here, and our low would have been here. So that's our high low, and then you wait for one or the other to be swept. So in this case, it's the low that's been swept. Once the low has been swept, then you're looking for a turnaround move to go back up, and it's happening right now as we speak. But so there is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. So it's an opportunity now to go back up. So they basically, if I go to the 15, you can see how they did come down and take out those lows, as I was talking about earlier, that these lows were prime target. And so they've whipped down, taken all these guys out. And so now we'd be looking for a 1, 2, 3 bottom here to go back to the upside. All right, so let's see if I can get in this time. So the structure is complete to the downside from this level. There's our 1, 2, 3, and then we drop, take out the lows, and now we're getting a push up. So we've got a change of character and so forth. So we're looking for a retrace now to continue going back up. So do we get a retrace here? got a big gap, very large gap here. And I've got a double gap. Can be an inverted gap as well. So 9:30 time was here.
Doesn't look like they want to give it to us.
Still might.
I have a sneaky suspicion that we missed it, and this is the algo.
They swept the high. No, they're coming back down, so we might get a chance to get in here. Question is, how far do they come down?
I caught the rundown in Tesla.
That's good. So Tesla had a nice 1, 2, 3 top. So that was the move. So if we're putting on the DeMark lines on this guy, this would have been something like that. And then the DeMark line, you'd have to go to the higher time frame to get the high DeMark line. So that would be it there. That high. Back to the 1. Oh my, that didn't seem to work. Let's go up higher. Let that get there. That's not it. Higher than that. This one then. Back to the 1. There we go. So no, that's okay. Why is that doing that? So is that the 1? Where's my next high? Oh, interesting. 30. 1 hour. Can't even find it. There it is. Way over there. So that's your high up there. Amazing. So to get that supply, that's it there. So once we break that and we come back in, once we break this low, that could have been an entry at that point to catch the move, but we also have a nice 1, 2, 3 at that point as well. So an entry there.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's really nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, so Bitcoin, let's see, Bitcoin's making a bounce as well. So how far down did we come? We came down into this low here. So we came right down to 1.618, and now we're bouncing. Let's see if we're ready to go back up, and it looks like that's the case. So here's our overall structure. We have a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and then we move up to the highs. Now we chop it back down, and now we'd be looking for a 1, 2, 3 here to continue the move to take out the highs. So we're looking for a 1, 2, 3 down here, or down in here, on the lower time frame. So from the 30-minute time frame here, the 1, 2, 3 would be a large one like this, like that. But on the lower time frame, we're looking for a smaller one at this point here. So on the 1 minute time frame, we could be looking for there, and there it was already. There's the 1, 2, 3 on the lower time frame. So you can catch that move to catch that first move. So what it's doing now is it's making the structure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So more than likely we would like to see them take out the high and then come back in, and that would give us the bigger 1, 2, 3 from the 15 or 30-minute time frame to go out. So our 1, 2, 3 in essence is comprised of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and then an A, B, C. And so this is this one here is this one here. So, and then it creates the run up, the pullback, the run up, then the pullback, and then it does an ABC in here, taking out this level, and then it takes off, something like that. That's a typical movement. So at this point now, you could enter at this point because we're expecting them to take out this level. So we're going to enter on Bitcoin. I haven't made a trade yet, but here's a gap here. Let me change your character. So a touch in here, we could go. So let's see if NASDAQ has come back. NASDAQ did come back quite a ways. So that presents a buy opportunity now in the NAS. So we're looking for NAS to take out this high again. So I'm going to buy it right now. Oh, okay. They gave me a terrible entry. Wow. I clicked when it was here, and they get my entries way up here.
Well, it might not be that bad if it does what it's supposed to do. We're at 10 o'clock now. I don't think this is an algo starting yet, but
okay. So I'm looking at that other strategy here. Mark this off.
oh wow. Whoa.
Yeah, see, they're so sneaky. They're taking all the stops out. That's what they're doing.
They almost got me.
So I didn't even get a chance to put a stop on, but my stop would have been below this wick here, because I have a gap. This is a candle that started the gap. My stop should be down here, but that's a bit prohibitive. That is too risky. So a better place for the stop would be under this wick. But you see, they came and took it. So it's a much better risk.
For some more.
But you take the chance of being stopped out.
If this is a fractal, then we could be okay. But
so they swept the lows here, and now we're making a 1, 2, 3 at this point to take out all these guys now. So I could put a target to this high here. That's a reasonable target. Or even the high, which is also reasonable.
Where was your first target, Lennox?
The first target would be the high at 940.
Yeah, that's where I was looking at.
I've got another high at 921. I'm looking at, so let's see if we can get out of here.
Yeah, that's where my second high is. I mean, my second lot is. Sorry. I'm waiting for them to get on the move where they're not still looking for more lots.
They're hanging around in here.
Yeah. They're still at the indecision phase. Still looking for more stuff. There's a lot of buys yet. Well, now there's a lot of sells.
I was tempted to jump in again with another contract here. But they're hanging around a bit too long. I'd like to see them leave.
There's still kind of even buys and sells at this point. They keep flipping back and forth, so we're not out of the woods yet. We're trying to pull things north, but
I'm trying to play both, but I missed Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I just pulled over to it to look, and then it was gone. So that was my opportunity in Bitcoin. Similar to NAS, we get the pullback, and then you're looking for an entry on the first 1, 2, 3, which is a 1, 2, 3 can be 2 candles, and so in this case, it's a swing low. The low, high, 2 higher lows, and that move up, and then that move there is our 1, 2, 3 as well. You can't see it on the minute chart, but you can see it clearly on a lower time frame, 15 seconds, say, and that's gives you a nice entry to take out the highs here. So that's a similar type of thing as we were looking at with the NAS. So on the NAS, there is they sweep, and we get a fractal low, which is a 2 higher lows to a low, and then that move there is a 1, 2, 3 that gives us that move. So if I show that on the seconds chart, you will see that this is a 10 seconds chart, and that move in here. So that's, just move this over. It's a 10 seconds chart, looking at this area here, and this is the sweep right there. So that's that sweep, and then you get the 1, 2, 3, which is that low and the high and the low, and then you get the move. So we would then you give a couple more, and then they're going. So now they're coming back to sweep it again. So they're not done. They're not done coming out of there as yet. That's one of the main reasons why I hate putting the stop on at that point, because they can do that. They're very tricky and mean and nasty, and they'll take you out because they haven't finished. Because they have the money, they can do that.
Still a lot of buying going on and selling. Yeah. They have.
So that's one of their ploys, and that's how they get a lot of people out of their positions. And now they'll more than likely take off quickly now and leave you in the dust to ponder.
I thought they would before, but they're still looking for more buys.
So my stop would have been just below that low, and I would have been out. On that tick. So I'm going to buy another one here. Looking for us to get out of here. They're playing around a lot in here. I'm not liking that so much.
No, I'm not either.
So
they're still looking for more buys. The buys are still pretty solid at this point.
Oh, and Bitcoin just gave a second opportunity to get in. Again, I'm not paying attention to Bitcoin, but there we got a retrace on Bitcoin. So they gave you a second opportunity to get in on Bitcoin. So another, and this is the larger 1, 2, 3 at this point. Now we're taking out the highs and going. So this is what I'm expecting NAS to do. So can NAS do that? Still playing around.
It's still not set up to go north yet.
I'm liking gold. I just can't seem to find an entry.
On gold? Let's see what gold is looking at. I haven't looked at gold for a while. Let's go up to them. They look at gold on the daily. So gold, we came down to a low here. Let me just mark off this gap on gold.
Ooh, I'm not liking this now.
And then we came right in there on gold. On the 4 hour, we got a beautiful 1, 2, 3 on the 4 hour, another 1, 2, 3, and we're heading out. So to get a ride now, it's tough because the trains have already left the station. So it's tough now. So the beautiful entry was here. And now that the train's left and we've taken out the highs, it's much more difficult to get on this ride. So that's why you're having a hard time, because they've already left. And it's yeah, you don't want to be jumping in at this point. It's not a good idea, because you can get big drawdowns here, big pullbacks and so on, right? They could do that before so if you jump in up here, they could pull back and put you into jeopardy.
Pull back on a 15-minute, but that's,
yeah, you're not getting one. So yeah, again, yeah, this would have been the entry down here to get in originally there, and change here, another entry opportunity there to catch the move, another entry opportunity here, but now it's mute. You can't really jump in at this point. I mean, you can if you want, but you're taking a big risk that you could get a big pullback. So you'd have to, if you want to enter, on a pullback perhaps, if they give you one, but they likely not going to give you one at this point. Much of one, anyways.
Because I would be looking for an entry would be the 15-minute. So, but
yeah,
if it does pull back on the 15-minute, I'm looking at that as a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and right now it's not much going on there. Okay, so they're still fooling around down there, George. They don't want to leave.
Yep, they're not leaving yet.
Okay, let's see on the 15.
They're trying to, but they're not.
They're looking like they really actually want to take out the low again, which is not so good.
That's my problem.
Okay, we've got a 1, 2, 3 bottom formed now, so let's see if we can make a push back up. So we've got a nice 1, 2, 3 here. So that's why they're not leaving, because they've taken everybody out now. So the only guys left is the low. So if they're coming down here, then yeah, we're in trouble. But otherwise, we should be leaving and heading back out.
It's starting to get lighter now. Wrong. I just spoke too soon. Okay, now we're.
I did, I said I would put a stop on. I still haven't put a stop on. I'm just living dangerously here. So yeah,
they're attempting to leave now.
Yes, we should be getting out of here. So remember what I said.
With a lot of vigor yet, though. It's
the 1, 2, 3, our 1, 2, 3 model is comprised of 5 waves, and then you have another wave, another 3 here. So this is essentially what they've done here. They've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they've come down and gone back up and come back down. So they've swept these guys out. So they like to sweep out the middle guys here. So they sweep them out, and now we get a 1, 2, 3.
There's a lot of cells now, so we might be getting ready to leave. Oops, took them out.
So if we can make it up to this level, then that would be a first exit. Pick something off at that point. They're still giving people a chance to get in.
Yeah, it was interesting. I saw some cells up around the 80 area, which normally they're not even over 30. But that disappeared quickly, so I don't know if somebody was just playing games or what.
I'm going to keep this guy on. This was my first gap. That's why I had it there. So more opportunities for entries to go. Let's see how Tesla's doing. Tesla's now going sideways. So still looking for them to leave and push up.
Okay, it's approaching VWAP. That's a good sign. Just touched it.
All right, we're getting a nice pop here now, finally.
Yeah, there's a lot of sell orders in there, so that should help push it up. Because anybody that wanted to get in could grab onto some of those sell orders.
So I've got a couple grand here. I'm gonna, because they've taken so long to get out, I'm gonna take a little something off. If I can get back up to a couple grand again. That was, boy, they're quick. Wow. So I'm not fast enough to even take some profits off.
Well, we should be in a position where we can, that should be moving up higher, but boy, it stalled again. What the hell?
I'm not fast enough here to take profits off, so I have to wait again for another push.
Okay, there should be. We're not quite positive enough yet to push it up. It's going up there a little bit better now.
Again, wow. Okay, this time they're going to go through. Okay, so there's a partial close there now. All right.
Okay,
so
there's some more
good
volume
now.
up there. We should be pushing higher.
I'll put my stop in now below this level.
Keep pushing, folks. Keep pushing.
But Bitcoin's also making a nice move out, and again, another opportunity in Bitcoin right in there to catch the move. Another opportunity there to catch the move. But I'm just looking at NAS, so not nimble enough this morning to catch both. So with Bitcoin, similar to the NAS, there were 3 opportunities, 1, 2, 3 here, and then a larger move, another opportunity, and then another move, and here, 4 opportunities, and then yet another move here. So these are 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3, larger 1, 2, 3. But this whole move, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, gives us that larger 1, 2, 3. So if I go up to the higher time frame, I go to the 5, then that whole move gives you the larger 1, 2, 3 on the 5-minute time frame. So that's on the 5-minute, it's just a one entry, or maybe even 2 at that. You get double. If I go up to the 15-minute time frame, it might not even be completely formed yet. Yeah, it's still harder to see on the 15, but there is a 1, 2, 3 there, because you only need 2 candles to make a 1, 2, 3, and then you get the move. So if you're playing off the 15, you have to wait for the full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move, taking out the high, retracing, then you get an entry to go. But you have to be a lot more patient waiting for that type of move. So hence the reason why we go down to the 1 minute and jump in on the early ones to catch the move, if you can. So we're finally getting a little bit of a push out of there on the NAS. Bitcoin's really taken off. So Bitcoin's
there we go. We got some nice, but it disappeared. Boy, they okay. I got one lot off. Now let's see if they can hit the next one.
Okay, I'm going to move my stop into positive here. So no losing on this trade. So the strategy I was looking for still hasn't panned out as yet. Interesting. You really have to be patient with that strategy in order for it to work. But it's a one thing, and but it's taken quite a while. Hasn't even by that time I've already made my money and gone back to bed waiting for that strategy to work out. So the strategy essentially is to wait for the first half hour, and then wait to see which. It's similar to the strategy here, where 8 o'clock you mark off the 8 o'clock time, mark off the 9:30 time, and then you look for the high and the low during that time. So this would be the high, and then the lowest point between that time, right? So let's say that was the low, so that you mark off those times, and then whichever is broken, whichever time is broken, whichever high or low is broken, then say we broke the low, then you're looking to for a 1, 2, 3 here to go back to the upside to take out the high up here. So it's a similar type of thing, and what they're talking about is a 30-minute. Use the 30-minute candle. So this 30-minute candle, mark off the high, mark off the low, and then whichever end is taken, either the high or the low is taken, then you would look to go back the opposite way. So that's basically the gist of it. So it's been 23 minutes since that 30-minute candle was finished, from 9:30 to, that's the 9:30 30-minute candle. We haven't even come up there yet to the high or the low. We came close to the low, but yeah, we're still kind of stuck in the middle. So we haven't crossed the high or the low at this point. And if I cross the high first, Oh, they took me out on my stop, so I made some profits there. So, but yeah, if they cross the low, do I want to come all the way back down again? Maybe not. Maybe not, right? So yeah, kind of have to. Not sure if I really like that strategy so much. Okay, so they came back in and took me out of my position here. I'm going to take this off.
I got out of my position. I think they're going to reverse at this point.
This just might be a deeper retrace rather than a reversal. Up here.
I got a booming 15 handles out of it, but that's better than a loss.
I may have missed your discussion on Bitcoin, Lennox, but where do you see it going in the short term, medium term?
On Bitcoin, let's go up to the daily on Bitcoin here. So we've been in quite the move here. So the line up here is the previous high, I believe. Let me just go up to the weekly. Yeah, that's the highest we've ever been on Bitcoin. That high is at 109,358.01. So it looks like that's where they're gunning for. So that's the weekly time frame. So you can see on the weekly, they came back into this gap, swept the lows, and then get a 1, 2, 3 here, and we're on our way up to take out the highs. So new highs are imminent, very close. So there's our 1, 2, 3 bottom at this point. And then we've moved up in a third wave, and we're still going. So looking to take out the high, but of course, you know, they have to mess around. So lots of messing around in here, very choppy. And then finally we get a push out. So at this point now, it looks pretty good because they didn't take out the high last night that I thought maybe they were going to do that. And now we've come and made a large 1, 2, 3 at this point. So we're starting to turn and heading back up to take out the highs at this point.
Do you see a 1, 2, 3 bottom on the 5-minute chart?
On the 5? Okay, so I'm on the 4 hour right now. So let's keep going down on the hourly. So on the hourly, this is what I was looking at and playing yesterday. This 1, 2, 3 bottom, this move up. So there's our structure. And then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves here. And now we're at the point where we should be turning back to go and take out these highs. So keep going down. Now let's skip the 30, go to 15. That was the structure move here where we get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So we do have a 1, 2, 3 here. So I'm a little leery of the fact that we could come back down one more time. It's possible, right? Because we do have a 1, 2, 3 right here. So remember, if we get a 1, 2, 3, the chances are high, the probability is high that we're going to come back and break this low here. So this could just be a fake move that could take us back down one more time. So we might not be done just yet. So I'm on the 15th. I'm going to mark off this gap here. So we come back into that gap. So dropping down to the 5. So again, I get this large 1, 2, 3 here, and then we drop. So this move up might be short-lived, and we could be heading back down to take out the lows one more time. So yes, there's a 1, 2, 3 bottom on the 5, and another one. And yeah, we could go up one more time into this area, but take out that high one more time here, but we could be coming back down after that. So you have to be careful based on that. So there we go. Now we can see it a lot clearer. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would expect them to take out the high, but then we could be coming back down to take out all the lows.
I think I made a good choice on getting out of my high on that.
That makes sense there, Peter.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
So This is where it gets tricky for most people because they're not seeing this guy. And so we come down to a low, and then they're jumping in to go, and yeah, it goes. Yeah, you can make some money there, but if you hang in there too long, it can come back against you real quick.
Yeah, I see that.
It still looks pretty good that we should get another bounce to the upside from the 1 minute. We should get another push to the upside. So I've got a gap here, and we're coming back into this gap. So we could turn around again to go back up one more time in here. So how's NAS doing now? Okay, so we pull back. So
I was
NAS
glad I took my profits on the NAS.
Yeah, that's why I moved my stop up, because it's a very choppy area. I can see that they're chopping it, and so we could be in a chop that could take us back down to take out the lows one more time. We're not done, and the reason why I don't think we're done, if I go to the higher time frame, it's similar to what Bitcoin's doing. We've got a large 1, 2, 3 here, and then we dropped. So again, this is in jeopardy of being taken out. You see? So they're chopping it up.
Yeah, my 30-minute looked like it was at almost at the bottom of wave E, but not quite.
This is a choppy affair going on here. So we could come back up again, and then one more time and drop. So it's similar to Bitcoin, what Bitcoin's doing. We're just very choppy. It's just in just a accumulation manipulation area more than anything else.
Yeah, the other thing is that I considered that the algo was not going to be active today.
So Tesla is doing similar. We got a 1, 2, 3 bottom here, and then we come up. So we would expect another move up one more time.
I wouldn't be going long.
That would be an expected move, but not necessarily. They don't have to do it, but we would expect that. And then we come down again. So similar to what the NAS might do and Bitcoin might do as well.
Okay, they're trying to.
So you can see how choppy the S&P is. And it's showing that we're in a fourth wave type area. Yeah, and that's what's going on. Yeah, we're just chopping up and down. So that's why we couldn't. That's why they were taking so long to get out. It's just they're accumulating, and they're not going anywhere. So it was fortunate to make some profits in there. So they sweep this high. We get a 1, 2, 3. We drop, go back in. So we're coming back down again to take out these lows. So this would be our 3 if we call it 1, 2 up here. We drop down 3, and then A, B, C. We could drop back one more time, take out this low, and then go back up one more time, and then we drop. So this would be a sweep here. This is an A, and they could come up higher. They could come all the way up and take out A here too. They could do that. This is our B. This is our C. We come down into D, which would take out B, and then we get an E leg up here, and then we drop. So this looks like what they're doing here. So I would expect them to take this low. However, they've already swept these guys out with this leg. That you would still think that they would do that one more time, take this one out. So let's see if they do that. Always interesting when we get caught in these fourth waves. It's very interesting to see what they do in here. It gives you a really good idea of what's going on, and all these wicks that cause havoc. So remember, even if I draw the structure like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's the same thing as this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't matter if it's sideways.
To take all the lots that are accumulating up there. They're trying to.
They make it on this angle too, so they do it this way. They call that a flag pennant or whatever. Same type of pattern. It's the same movement. So Bitcoin also getting a little bit of a chop now.
We just got a high on the sell, so it should go up for a couple of seconds. Got rid of them.
So we would expect Bitcoin to do this move and go back up one more time to take out this high. But maybe they won't do that. Maybe they won't go back up one more time. They'll just take out everybody straight down.
21, that should come down. Oh no, they're going to go pull it up higher. And they did. And now
still choppy. Oh, we got stuck in a nasty area here because that 30-minute candle has still not broken the high or the low.
Right.
So there's that 30-minute candle, and we still haven't broken either a high or a low. So we're just stuck. We've got two inside bars essentially happening right now.
Right in the middle of that 30-minute candle.
Got two inside bars.
Okay, so now to pull it down.
So to play an inside bar, you know, the rule for inside bar playing is that you wait for one end or the other to be broken. So
isn't an inside bar a continuation bar?
Should go up for a buy and then come back.
It can be, or you know, I mean, it can be a turnaround too, right? It can be a reversal because if this is the low and we get an inside bar like here, and then we could break to the upside out of it, right? But so it can be either a continuation or a reversal. We could continue
go up
down
for a moment. And it took that all out. They're going up some more. Let's see, did it take it all out? Yeah, it took it all out. Oh, going to go up some more. Yeah.
So they did not come back one more time to take out the low. Interesting.
Yeah.
They're really chopping it quick here. So we've got this kind of structure going back up straight away to take out the high rather than taking out the low here. So I wonder if S&P took out this low here. Let's just see on the S&P if they did. No, they did not either. So there's no divergence at this point. But now they're going to take out the highs really quickly. Quite interesting here. Looking to catch a ride on Bitcoin. Just missed it again. So Bitcoin gave me an opportunity to get in. Right in here.
Push up some more.
But missed it. We need to retrace.
Push up some more. What the heck happened to it? Where'd it go? Looks like we're done on that side. Oh no, there's still some more. Okay, we're getting done.
Okay, that's quite the push back to the upside here. So they're taking everybody out, you know, to the upside. So this is that's where my original target was. Oh no, or was it this one?
Well, that's where mine was too, but
they've come.
long
Okay,
since
so
have abandoned it.
We've come all the way up into this gap, last gap up here. So quite an interesting move here.
Okay, it got itself out of that 30-minute bar at this point.
So it's broken the structure in the sense that we had this move down, and now they've gone back and violated this high.
Okay, so now it looks like oh no, there's still more buy going on.
I was looking for them to come back down again, but I don't know if they're going to do that now. That would have been the expected move here. But they've gone up so high. It's might not. They might not.
They're almost even Steven now. Let's see what they do. If they're gonna make up a turnaround at this point. Okay, so now they should be showing more buys. Yes. Interesting. Oh, another push up, push again. Lennox, please join us in the live trading session. What's that?
Someone's requesting to join, so they're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Okay, so we came all the way back up. It looks like we're gonna possibly turn back, but
yeah.
We do have a 1, 2, 3 bottom, another 1, 2, 3 bottom, so we could push up one more time here.
They're sort of jockeying for position. What I'm finding, Lennox, is on the tick chart. Well, it's not, on my active trader, when I get some high volumes on the sell side, it tends to pull the price up. And as soon as it sucks that up, it'll relax a little bit. And if I get high numbers on the buy side, it'll pull it back down. And if they stay even Steven for a while, it just consolidates. Now I got a high buy, so it should be a push up. And it took it out, so they might be done with that. Unless some more comes in. Still more on the to push it up. Now we're getting some pull downs.
They did do that. They broke that
Whoa.
that high. So there we go. So is that as high as we go now, or do we come back?
Yeah, well, I just gotta. Oh no, still going up.
We're at a crucial point
Find out how
now.
to control this better. Okay, now it wants to pull it back down again. Okay, we should be pulling down now because I got a lot of buy orders. Where they disappeared quickly. Huh.
Okay, I'm trying to add somebody to the chat here, to the chat. There we go. Okay, I think Oleg, you're in now, I think, if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just say so in the just type in the chat, the live chat. It says it's calling him. Okay, it's not answering. Okay, so what's going on here? I'm just trying to get this
Okay,
leg in, but I don't think he
should
can
be
join
going
us.
up some more.
Okay, so we've gone up a little higher.
I've got a lot more sell volume, which generally pushes price higher. That went away, and price didn't move much at all. No, there's some more sell coming in now.
So I'm kind of thinking that that might be as high as they go, and we could start seeing a turn to the downside here.
Yeah,
Possibly.
yeah, there's a big leg that went in now.
Yeah, that looks like the ploy here again. They're very tricky. These guys are. So that's our time, 7:52. So on that 30-minute, where we broke the high, the 30, pulling back in. So based on that strategy, we should be expecting, now that we've got a sweep, and a sweep, we could expect a move to the downside if that strategy is supposed to work here. So looks like we've completed this leg up. A little bit of a sweep there, sweep here, retrace, sell. So that would be a sell on the NAS at this point. Got a inverted gap right there. We touch it. Got an inside bar. Well, so looking for a bigger retrace here, a higher retrace, I should say. Oh, you know what that is, George?
Pardon?
You know what this is?
What's
A
what?
tradable commodity.
Oh,
Cocoa, huh?
The cocoa. The cocoa fruit.
okay. Cocoa
Yeah.
bean?
Is there mold on it? On the stem and on the fruit?
No,
The whitish spots?
no, it's not. Oh, we did get a touch into that gap. I'm not looking.
You
so.
said the cocoa bean like making chocolate?
Yes, make chocolate, among other things.
Okay. The beans that I remember that seemed to be a lot bigger than the beans that I remember.
Well, that's the fruit itself, right?
Yeah, I know. If you cut one open, it's a white juice
Yes,
comes out.
that's right. Looking for, again, this is a possible sell here on NAS. I'm going to give it a shot here for a sell right there. I'll put my stop in, as much as I hate doing it, but I'll put my stop in right there. So my risk is very tiny. Looking for them to come back down to take out the lows here. Continue down.
Closing in on 11 o'clock.
Already. Time flies, eh?
Couple more good pushes and I'll have my first lot off. There we go.
Yeah, well, that's a nice move. Okay, so I'll take a partial real quick here. Take something off. Okay. I could bring my stop into positive. Like I say, I don't like putting into break even because I want to get a little something anyways, even if they come back all the way. I don't expect them to come all the way back up there, but they could. So
they could easily do that. They are just touching VWAP from above.
got another gap here.
Tesla's in wave 4 on the 1 minute.
You're still stuck in wave 4, eh, on Tesla? Yeah, chopping up and down. It didn't take that high. Interesting. Very close, but they didn't go through. But they still might. You see how close they came to taking the highs here. But they did not. So they might not take it at all now and just come straight down and take all these lows. That's a great move here on the NAS. So where are they going to? Right to the bottom.
That's a good question.
Go right down to the very bottom of this move here.
That would be nice.
Bring my
This is looking more like a 11 o'clock algo.
stop down a little bit here.
Yeah, my stop is in positive territory now.
So Bitcoin did not break the high here. I was expecting them to go up and take those triple highs out. They did not. They did a 1-2, and then they did not go up and take out the high, which is what you would expect. And they do that a lot on Bitcoin. I've told you guys that you have to be really careful with Bitcoin because they oftentimes do not give us that last move, which is really weird. So we get a 1-2 here, another 1-2, get 3-4, and now we expect them to take this high, and they don't. Okay? So they come all the way back down, take out the low. So where would they go next? Right? Pull back, a continuation down, take everybody out is a likely scenario. But I would have expected them to go up and take this high first, but they didn't. So it's very disconcerting when they don't do that because it kind of messes up the structure, that we're looking at. But we're in a fourth wave, so they can do whatever they want in here, and that's the whole takeaway. So because we have this 1-2, and then we drop, the expectations that they'll take that low. But when we're inside here, they can do whatever they want, and so by not taking this high doesn't mean anything. They can do that. So it's a manipulation, very tricky manipulation at that. Well, that's a Mr. Cricket there. A lot of these guys not even being used at all. They just go right through them like butter. They're not even useful. This one they came into, they didn't come back into this one. So whenever I'm looking at the gaps, I'm always looking at the leg, the current leg that it's in, and then looking for a retrace back up about 50%. And that so if I'm going to sell, I want to be higher than 50%. If I'm going to buy, I want to be below 50%. So it looks like I got stopped out of NAS. So they did come back up quite a ways. Interesting. Okay, so I got another profit, double profit on that. So it looks like they want to come back up into this gap. That would again be another sell to come back down. So I've got a 1-2 here. 1, 2, 3 there, another move. So I'm looking for them to come up into this gap. So that's the hazard of moving your stop down. You can get stopped out by moving your stop too tight. Even though they came all the way down here, they still come all the way back up, which is just so annoying. And so
yeah, they got below VWAP and then went back above it.
Looking for them to come up into the gap here. And they might not. See how S&P is doing there. S&P is very weak. in comparison. You see the difference with the S&P. It's you get a double 1-2 and then big drop, pull back. Still would expect them to come back up one more time and take that high, but it's quite weak, so they might not, and they could just come straight down. It's a similar, but much weaker on the S&P than the NAS. Lots of battles going on right now. Bitcoin's trying to come back up into this gap. It might present a sell opportunity and come back into that gap. How's our time? 8:06. Okay. So looking for them to come back in here, just like the NAS. To take NAS, we want to see them come back and take it high, but they might not do that. Doesn't look like they want to go back up anymore. S&P says, nope, we're not going back up there. So if I have a 1-2 here from this low, if I have a 1-2 right here, and then they go up and come back so deep into this, the likelihood of them going back up to take the high is very low now. But they still can, and that's the tricky part. They still can do it, even though they've come deep into this. So, but it's more of a stretch for them to do it, because it takes a lot more money for them to come all the way back from down here all the way back up to take these guys out. But they have the money, so they can do it. So it stops here. So the likelihood is that they will take them. It's a tough one because they drop so deep into this level.
And boy, they can do it in a shot too. They can hop over prices so darn quickly.
S&P is trying the same thing. S&P, because we got a gap there as well, so they can take that high. So again, there's lots of sellers right there. So they'll come back up, take them out. This will present a good selling opportunity once they do that. If they do that, I expect them to do it, but again, they came down quite a ways. So it looked like they weren't going to do it. And they still might not do it. They still might not take that high, but you would expect them to take that high. Will they or will they not go back up?
they're sitting in the middle, trying to
They're
figure
thinking
out what
about it, that's for sure. They are trying to go up there on Tesla. So Tesla's put in a 1, 2, 3 bottom. Now they're looking to take everybody out up here. Yes, there we go. They did it. They took out the high now. Come back up into the gap. That's what we expect. That's what we'd expect at this point. So,
okay, so
sell
now
opportunity
pull
now.
things up.
Can they go a little higher into that gap?
And now they just start turning around.
Not much higher. That's a sell opportunity on the NAS to come back down because they've done the ABCDE move. So we'd expect a drop from here.
Yeah, I'm starting to get more.
Did Tesla take out the highs? Still no, still struggling to get up there.
Not quite yet.
It looks like they want to come one more time.
Yeah, I'm not sure how high they want to go on this move
They
either.
shouldn't go too much higher than about midpoint, but that might be the high there. We got a nice fractal now. So
Yeah, we do. If this candle closes lower. We have more buy orders, which should push things down.
they're giving everybody a chance to get in, that's for sure.
Starting to get more buy orders again. So that should pull it down.
It didn't take the sell there, but yeah, that would have been an okay entry, a good entry actually at that point. Stop above. And we should take out all these guys now. Let's see, S&P. S&P came up quite a bit higher. Interesting. So showing a little bit more strength in here on the S&P when it was looking quite bleak at first.
Okay, we're we're starting to get to the point where it wants to go down.
Still playing around. They're still hanging up here
Oh,
for
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
reason.
There's still enough volume up there to keep it swinging back and forth. We need one of those big down candles to convince everyone that the direction is the south. It's trying to pull it south now.
Yeah, it's a very choppy
Oh
fourth
yeah,
wave.
very, very choppy.
So they're looking to go back up one more time.
Oh yeah, they're just pulling it up. I see the volume go screaming on the sell side, and it goes flying back up.
Yeah. So now I would sell it because they give you a second opportunity to get in and see if they go up a little higher. See if they take out that high. I'm being very picky here, but should have taken it the first time. More than likely, but thinking they might.
You only get a few nanoseconds to get your trade in, it seems.
Might take that high. Yeah, looks like they're going to do that.
We've got a lot of sell orders in, so it should be going up for a bit.
Oh, that might have been it. They've tied it, so I'll take the trade there, even though they might still go one tick above. But I think they tied it right now, or they went above by a tick. 358.7, 358.4. They went over by 0.3.
Oh, we still have more go up to come.
So that would be the sell at that point. It might go a little higher.
Yep, there's a lot up there to pull it up. Okay, now what's happening? Now we got more coming in on the buy side, which will pull it down. Still should be going down.
If we're coming down now, we got to go quickly here.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. It hasn't been going quickly. It goes down a little bit, then the opposite side takes over and pushes it back up. We're going back up now.
Okay, so they did take it out a little bit more than, yeah. So they're heading to the midpoint. That was a possible, okay, and even higher, just a tad higher. So I could buy or sell some more at this point, but I'll leave it at what I entered at. My stop would be above the high here.
Okay, so now we're getting the buy orders coming in, so it should go down.
Stop loss in this area. So I'll put a stop in, as much as I hate to do it, and we expect them to come down.
And now they're getting a little bit more aggressive now. Should be more buy orders will come down further. Come on, there's plenty of buy orders there to pull you down. $23, $23. Come on, pull down further. Pops back up to 27. Now it's up to 30.
Should be done.
I have to sign off, Lennox.
All right, Peter.
Take care.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to go another 10 minutes and we'll call it a morning again.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks. All right, Peter. Thanks for dropping in.
Okay,
Take care.
Okay, bye.
So who's with us here? Armin Marquise.
Well, we're still on the
Martin's still
positive
here.
side of things right now. So
You need to bring this thing down quicker than they're doing. Playing
yeah.
around too much.
Okay, we're just starting the action to pull us down. And got a lot of buys coming in to help do that. Some more, should come down some more.
Where's those big drops that I'm looking for here? The big red candles.
Okay, well, there's a big
Crazy.
30, and it was sucked up right away, but no price movement. 37 units, 24, 25. Okay, should be coming down now, but boy, it sucks up those units on the buy side and doesn't even move. Yeah. The buyers and sellers are battling it out.
I jumped into Bitcoin in the interim, and Bitcoin is doing what I'm expecting it to do. So
Well, that's good.
let's
hope it pulls
NAS
down
is not
the
doing
NAS
what I'm
along
expecting
with
it to do here. It should be falling already, but it's there. Whatever reason they're holding it up there. There's a lot of accumulation going on still.
Yeah, tremendous amount. Okay, it's trying again to pull it down, but let's see if it's successful this time.
Yeah, S&P's trying as well, but they're still holding it up there. Interesting.
It's in
Okay, slowly going
It's in
down.
a wave 4 type action right now. A, B, C, D. So it should be finishing the E wave right now.
It's slowly getting there. Not as fast as I really would have expected them to drop it, but
Almost back to VWAP.
Bitcoin's doing it.
Get through
quite
that,
nicely.
then we should be in clear sailing.
Here we go. So we need to take all these lows out. So again, my TP would be at the bottom, way down here. I'll just hold off until for the rest of the session for them to come all the way down. If I can stay alive in here, then that should be the trajectory for the move to take us down. We should continue down, taking everybody out.
There's a lot down there to take out, but boy, it's not interested in it yet. Okay, at least we're negative now, so we should be. Next stop is getting below VWAP.
Here's our 1, 2, 3. So that's our 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Maybe drop. Now we expect them to take this low.
We're just finished wave 4 at this point.
Yeah, they chop it all up. And now we get a 1, 2 here, and we drop again, expect them to take this low. And then continue down to take the other lows. So that is the ploy. They do it well. They mess everybody up in here. If you can see the structure, then you have a fighting chance of catching that move. But, you know, it's never any guarantees still, but It's not too bad here so
I
far.
need a
So
close below VWAP right now to start
Okay.
convincing me that they're
I stopped down a little
going to
bit.
do their stuff. Give me that push. That's not what I want. You're going the wrong direction.
So they're coming back to where I got in the first place.
Oh boy, they're pulling it back north again.
Yeah, like I said, if you can stay alive in there without getting stopped out, that's the trajectory to the down side there. But yeah, sometimes it's tough to stay alive in there because they wick you out.
Yep. That they can.
Now I'm getting chopped up in Bitcoin because they are messing around in that fourth wave as well. Just barely staying alive in there. They almost got me.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's just so
I have
ridiculous.
problems with fourth wave patience.
Yeah, it's tough in here because it's a lot of manipulation going on. Very tough. And there's hardly any place to hide your stop. So
Yeah.
they can easily get me now at this point.
Well, I'm still positive with my stop, but
I'm not going to move my stop now. I'm just going to leave it where it is. So they're more than likely going to take me out now for a small, tiny loss. But yeah. So there is really no safe, like I say, for the stop. I could put my stop and move it above the high, but that doesn't mean that it would be safe even if I do that. I've got it above the body. Just a little spike and they can get you, and then we could come down again. So right now they're creating a nice 1-2 here. So we should still come down. That's quite a pullback.
yeah, it is.
And Bitcoin has done a similar thing to me. They've pulled back quite a bit as well. So you see, they're very close to taking me out. So I doesn't look like I'll stay alive in this trade here. Be very fortunate if I do. And there, I'm out. Yeah, so they got me. So if they break this high, then everything is mute. We're not really going to head back down like I'm expecting.
Yeah.
If they do not break that high, which I don't think they should, then we should be heading back down again. But on that note, it's half past the hour. I'm going to call it another session here.
Okay.
All right. So if
Have
everybody's
a
good.
good one.
Well, thank
All right,
you.
gentlemen, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
That
Did you
was
make it
fun.
into gold at all?
No, it still
Yeah.
hasn't pulled back on the. I'm only going to enter on the 15-minute.
Yeah, they're just chopping. You can see they're just chopping it up now on the 5-minute. It's very chop. It's a fourth wave chop. So just understand what they're doing, right? And they're just chopping it. So you could see a pullback, taking out this low here. Could see a pullback into here, maybe even lower, and that might present an opportunity. That's off the 5 there.
I put my entry point at the 50% point of the that third wave movement, but think that might be too much.
You mean 50% of this entire move here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might. I mean, again, there's a gap here. So there's 50%. So, I mean, it's possible, but it's such a strong move here. It's highly unlikely that they're going to come all the way back down here. You know, to go back below 50% might be a stretch. But certainly taking out this low and coming back into this gap is realistic. But so look at it in that way.
All right.
All right.
I'm more than likely just going to pull out of the position entirely and just wait another day.
And that's okay.
You know. All right. Thank you for having me, gentlemen. Thank
Yeah,
you for your
no
input,
problem,
as
Marty.
always.
Nice to see you coming on with us. Appreciate that. All right, Martin.
Oh,
Marvin?
thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
Guess
see
you
you
guys have
tomorrow.
another day.
Yeah, take care. Have a great rest of the day.
Thanks.
All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye.